Oh, there you little hominoids. Ah, what about Queensland Rail? Well, when I was up there 20 years ago, Queensland Rail used to finish at Robina. Well, dear, look at this. What's that say? Versity Lakes. Look, it's a picture of a train. See? Now, can anybody see what they're going to do? Down through here and follow it down. And then when you zoom out and you come down here and you look at the airport, what people don't realise is New South Wales actually goes round into the back of Currumbin. What? Want me to say that again? Look, there's the Gold Coast Airport. That's New South Wales. There's the freeway at the back of the airport, and that's in New South Wales. So you don't realise it. See, that's Tugun. Everybody's under strange belief the New South Wales border goes this way. It doesn't. It goes this way. And then it comes up round here the back of the Cobbakoi Lakes. C-O-B-A-K-I Lakes. So there's the Cobbakoi Lakes, right? So there's the border. There's the runway. So you land there in New South Wales. You're in Queensland. You run back into the airport, you're back in New South Wales. Right? Very simple. Border goes right through it. Then the border goes this way. It doesn't go that way. It goes this way. See? John Flynn Private Hospital goes around the back of that. Currumbin Waters. Up here. See? There's the New South Wales border right here. See? You've got to do your homework, people. Same look. Then it comes down the back over here. And then when you look at the New South Wales border, Freeman's Organic Farm. So really, what's the name of this road? Let's have a look. There you go. There's the New South Wales border. See, people don't realise New South Wales goes right up there into Queensland. Now, I keep saying that all the time. That's when you look at the New South Wales border. See, when I said talk about, I talked about Yowie stuff and things like that on the channel. There's Fingal Head. There's the Tweed River from Wollumbar. That's where the boats used to come in and come down there, go to Wollumbar, pick up all the sugar cane from the Wollumbar Railway. See, there's Point Danger. There's New South Wales. There's Queensland. See, it goes there. Then it goes this way. Then it hooks up. Then it goes this way. Then it hooks up. Then it goes this way. It follows the mountain range. Right? And then look, it runs up here. Comes up there around the back. Wiggles its way around. And that's why when you look on the New South Wales map borderline, you see this great big funny looking wiggly line. See, then it runs down here, and runs up here, and runs up there. Oh, look at that. And runs over here. And would you know, look, before I even get there, I'll tell you now, it comes out on the east side of Warwick in Queensland. Yeah, you won't believe that, will you? Till I show you. There's the border there, runs around there, runs around there, runs down through here, down here through the mountain ranges. Now, this is where General, what's his name? The American, General World War II. He said, oh, yeah, we'll use that as a boundary line. See this here. See Queensland? This is what he called the Great Northern Wall. Because the Japanese couldn't come over and pull over the cliff, right? Because this is where it was from here. So that's New South Wales in the green. This is Queensland up here in the white. So that's a sheer drop mountain range. Look. See, tell me all the creeks running down to it, right? I've driven along that road with old Pete. See, there's a mountain range. Look, whoop. That's why it's a different colour. Want to have a look? Right, let's see if the road shows up. No, they haven't done a Google Earth on it. Oh, bad luck. Right, and then it goes right out here to New South Wales, comes right up here. Let's see how close it comes into Warwick. This is going to surprise a lot of people in Stanthorpe. And I was talking about the Queensland train coming down into Byron Bay. So this was just another example of what people don't realise where their borders are. Right, let's take it out a bit. Right, let's get over there a lot quicker. I'm not going to sit here all day and keep doing this. See, there's the Summerland Highway. What do we got? Right, there's Wooden Bong. Yeah, like a wooden bong. Like the song says, I've been everywhere, man. Wooden Bong. Yeah, that's it there. There it is. Look, no joke. That's the name of the town. Wooden Bong. See, made out of wood, and it's a bong, right? Wooden Bong. It's just boring doing research all day, every day. That's all I do. And people just think, oh, haven't you got a life? So there's Killarney. Look, New South Wales border there. And where are we? Boop, 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 boop. Right, there we go. There's Stanthorpe. Right, that's Stanthorpe, Queensland. Right, you're going to have to trust me. I know you can't read it. Well, there you go. McDonald's. Stanthorpe. See? Right, you can see Stanthorpe. That's what I was talking about. And look, here's the New South Wales border. See? New South Wales, Queensland. See the little dot? And look, now it runs back that way. Then it runs east. See? Look. Where is it? Lost it. Where am I looking? Too far over. There you go. Now look. Then it runs back eastward. And then it goes south. And then the New South Wales border goes west. Now it's going south. See? And then the New South Wales border goes around a huge, great big round circle. Look, it comes around the mountain range. That's where the border is. See? It follows the mountain range. And then look, there's Wollongara. There you go, Wollongara train station. Wollongara. It's in the song. Been everywhere, man. Wollongara, right? So let's have a look. You can actually see the border right here. Right on the station. You can actually see it from the Google Earth car. There it is, right there, the white line. See that? There's the Queensland border. That's the railway station there I helped restore. Don't worry about bloody rail trail. It's more money in restaurants than bloody thingo. See? There's an old driver's hut that used to be grey, got all that repainted, all that there redecked out. And then the old guard's shack over there, that's now the post office. You stand in New South Wales. So look, there's the border there. See, look, it runs right here past your feet. Now watch. And over there, there's a sign that says the border. You go Google it yourself. See the road going up the hill? That's Border Street. That's the border. Right through there. See how the power poles come down along here? That's the border. Where the power poles are. That's the border. That's New South Wales. That's Queensland. So look, there's a white line on the road, and this side there's not. See, but Queensland put an outside white line around the edge of the roads. New South Wales doesn't. Right? And there's that crazy driving video I done. That's the platform there I drove up. You go down and have a look on my channel, Crazy Driving. That's the platform there I drove up on, all the way right up there. See? Jennings Hotel. Look at that. Oh, look at Rusty. When was this film? Oh, 2010. Oh. Well, it's all been made since then. See? That's New South Wales. There's Jennings. Jennings Hotel. And then that's Queensland. That's Wollongara. See, Wollongara. Wallangara. Wollongara. That's Queensland. That's New South Wales. Oh, isn't it fun, man? Isn't it fun, man? Yeah, so in that song, Wollongara, that's Wollongara. There you go. And look, we've got a great big steam train looking thing sitting there. Look. See? That's Wollongara. No rail trail. They didn't want it. They said, no, piss off. We don't want rail trail up here. Bunch of stupid. Too much public liability. Same as Tenterfield. That's what they said. They don't want it. Anyway, let's get out of that. I'm going to come back over there to Queensland Airport. I'm going to show you the story on that. Right, I'm back over here at COOLANGATTA Airport. The best way I can show this is that there you see the runway of the airport comes down next to the Pacific Highway motorway, right? So that's underground tunnel, right? So that's out in the open. That's a tunnel, right? So that's actually underneath the runway, but the planes don't actually land on it. The planes land about here, right? So they're not actually landing on the tunnel. I think there's a picture of the Google car goes through there. But anyway, we'll click up here and let's have a look. There you go. And look at that big, beautiful structure. Isn't that great? Look at that from motorway. Isn't that beautiful? Now let's go back up. We can sort of see, let's see if we can just see the airport. Probably not. Well, that'll be the airport over there in the background. Right? Because it's flatter. You can't see it. All right, so we can't see it. Okay, what the idea is the train will come down from up here. Where's the name of the town again? I'm not a Queenslander. They've already built it all the way right down to, what do I call it? I'll just find myself. Right, I just found it. Right, here it is here, right? Earth Crystals. That's a building there. Reedy Creek Road joins in on the old coach road, which is also the do they actually still call that Pacific Highway, or what do they call it? Yeah, Pacific Motorway. Yeah, they call it Pacific Motorway. And there, right here, we had the railway station. So here comes that. Varsity Lakes, right? Queensland Varsity Lakes. And there you go. There's a picture of a Queensland train coming in. With the overhead wires. So there you go. So there's Varsity Lakes. And they've got very nice stations. Fully elevated. Everything else looks nice and pretty. As we say. There's a video here. Let's have a listen. Oh, hang on a sec. So there you go. See? Now, you notice what their train looks like? It looks like that Melbourne train in Melbourne that's got the red thing there, but it's an electric. It's not the diesels that run out of Victoria. Victoria's got the same shape. I'd say it'd be the same company. I'll have a guess. I don't know. I'm not a train person. I'm a railway line builder, not a train builder. Two different things. They build trains. So like I build freeways, you build the car, right? So that looks very similar to the train that's in Melbourne. And I'd say they probably built that down there in Melbourne because Melbourne used to have 3'6". So they would have built that in the days down there in Melbourne. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not into trains, as I said. I'm into train tracks. Right, so there it is there. And then it's got the line comes down into here, right? But that just shows you as far as the public goes. Varsity. V-A-R-S-I-T-Y, lakes. Right? And a lot of people used to say, it'll never ever go past Robina. Right? So there's Robina up here. Hang on, where's Robina train station? Oh, there it is there. There's Robina there. And people said, oh, no, won't go down through all this. But look, there it is. See, Queensland's like a snail, you know. You can't do things overnight. So let's work it out, right? So if their train line comes to there, let's just follow the motorway. Wouldn't that be the most easiest way to do it? Because that's federal ground, see? And if you follow the motorway, West Burleigh comes down there, pick up people there, comes down the back of the motorway down around here, come down here, there's Currumbin, come down here. Oh, look at that. Look what we found. We found the COOLANGATTA airport on the side of the motorway. You see what I'm saying? And what I was talking about, there's the land there. See? That's New South Wales. Coming around there, park the train, and walk the door into the terminal. Can you see it now? There you go. So don't say it's not going to happen, because I said the train was never ever going to go past Robina. But look, that's what I said. New South Wales land. There's the door to the terminal. That's New South Wales. See? It comes around there. It comes around the runway. Or comes underneath the runway. They might even just put a tunnel in there like that. I don't know. I'm not the engineer. I'm pretty sure that's where it goes, actually. I think it's going to be a tunnel, because the planes touch down about here somewhere. They don't put their wheels down here, because they're airplanes. They touch down about here. That's their runway. That's where they taxi out and they turn around, then they take off. But when they actually land, they land about here. So you think about it. Put a little tunnel in underneath there. They'll easily make a tunnel that can easily handle a plane landing on the top of it. Easily. Right? So there's motorway. There's the runway. It's got the tunnel underneath the runway. There's the border. There's New South Wales. There's Queensland. And there's the tram. Now look, I'm pretty sure there's a tram up there. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find a tram. I'm doing this with you. Watch. I have not been into Queensland for, God, I don't know how many years. Where's their tram? I thought they put a tram down to there. Somebody told me that they put a tram all the way right down to the Gold Coast. Anyway, I'll go have a look. I'll see where I can go find out where that went. Right, well, I found out where this tram in the Gold Coast runs from. There's Helensvale train station, and there's Helensvale tram station next door to it. So the tram starts up there at Helensvale, and it makes its way across, and it goes out here to Gold Coast University Hospital, and then it comes down here and it stops. So it comes along down here, I think. Where's it go? Oh, yeah. Comes down next to Gold Coast Highway, and then cuts around the back streets of Surfers Paradise, Surfers Paradise Boulevard. So there's a little picture of a tram just there. Cypress Avenue tram stop. And now my computer stopped on me for some stupid reason. Get it going again, hang on. Okay, so now we're in Surfers Paradise. There's the two tram tracks. That's on the corner of Surfers Paradise Boulevard and Laycock Street. The big snappy businesses. So no, it's not on the old Great Western Highway. It's not on the old Pacific Highway. It's also a one-way street. You notice that? So they made it from a two-way. I remember that used to be a two-way street. And then it runs, where'd it go? Hang on, lost it. How did I do that? I lost it somewhere. I think it comes down here somewhere. I don't know. I've got to try and. I've lost my marker that says tram tracks. We used to come. It had a line up there. Oh, there we go. There's a couple of tram tracks. You're still going. That's on the corner of 32 Hamilton Avenue, Surfers Paradise. So it's obviously not on the old. Oh, I see. So it's not on the old motorway. Now this is a part down here. This is what's got me confused. Did it come down to here, or was that where it stops? I found out where it started, but I just don't know where it stops. And I don't really want to sit here and keep going dip, 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 but oh, look at that. See? Now the cars have got to turn right, and then they've got to be left. So see, there we go. So there's the two tram tracks there. 2 lanes going that way, 2 lanes going this way on the Gold Coast motorway. And here comes the tram, I think. Where'd it go? Lost it. Must have got away. But, I mean, I've got better things to do than sit here and follow a tram track all the way down the Gold Coast Highway. So I'll come back to, I just want to find the very end of it. Right, I found out where it finishes. Finishes down here at Broadbeach. So there's nothing in there. That looks like they might be going to use that later on. But here's the tram. There's the buses there. And there's the tram sitting there. Let's go up here and I'll have a look. I'll show you. So Broadbeach. Yeah, so it goes from Helensvale as far down as Broadbeach. That's as far as the tram goes. There it is there. So it's the same as the Sydney tram, basically. I wonder if it's made in Spain. I wonder if it's going to get cracks in it and fall apart. Or I wonder if they got Victorian railways to make it. Interesting question. Should bring them up. Actually, let's see. I'll do a Google and we'll find out and see where these Queensland trams were made. We'll see they're made in Spain, or see they're made in Victoria, or made in Brisbane. We'll find out. Why not? Oh well, found out where they made the trams. Anybody going to take a guess before I clearly show it? Germany. Interior Gold Race Road transport consists of 18 Bombardier Flexi 2 trams built in Germany. The trams feature 2 low floors, dedicated space for wheelchairs, prams and surfboards, and top speed of 70 kilometres an hour, room for 309 passengers, with seating for 80. Number of vehicles, 18 Bombardier Flexi 2 tram sets. There you go, you can see it all there for yourself. Gold Coast, Australia. So there we go. They bought them from Germany. Well, if they're German made, it's got to be better than Spanish. So hopefully they won't fall apart. So we all know good German engineering. I mean, look at Adolf Hitler. I mean, look at all the autobahns he built. No pun intended about the war, but I mean, when the Germans put their mind to it, they want to build something. They really know how to build it. I mean, you've only got to look at all the stuff in Germany that comes out of Germany. I mean, look at all those cars made out of Germany. I mean, like the Volkswagen. Look at it. It's still going. Look at the modern day Volkswagens. But you don't see many Spanish cars out here, do you? No, but you see German, European. Yeah, well, okay. Well, that's a good choice. I think that's a fair choice. All right, they bought German trams instead of buying them in Australia. Probably had no one over here in Australia to make them. Like Gladys said. But Gladys made the big problem. She went to Spain instead of going to Germany. She probably didn't want to pay the top dollar for good quality. Anyway, that's just a little look at. So there you go. So that's where the tram finishes. Finishes right there at, where did I say it was? Broadbeach. goes from Helensvale down to Broadbeach, down through the Gold Coast. So, yeah, so it doesn't go all the way down to Coolangatta. Somebody told me it did go all the way down to Coolangatta, but a friend of mine, he jumped on that, got off there, got on a bus and went down to the Tweed Heads and then got a lift back down to Sydney. Because that's what they told me he did. They sent him get on the tram. Anyway, that's just another story. Anybody's up to date with my channel, that's the guy that was hand-feeding me. Yeah, he just shot through from Queensland and caught the tram down to there, walked across the road, got on the bus, went down to Tweed Heads, walked across the border. The COVID restriction was lifted, and bloke from down the road down here drove all the way up there to Tweed Heads to pick him up. But he wasn't allowed to cross the border because he wasn't vaccinated. So he had to wait in the New South Wales side and just let him walk across the border. And then he picked him up and brought him back down here down to Sydney. But anyway, they're idiots. Don't want to get vaccinated. But that's your choice. I got vaccinated. It didn't worry me. I didn't get sick. Anyway, that's a deaf me, Mr. Hominoid. So we worked out where it goes. It goes all the way down there to Broadbeach. Down to about here. Eat Freddy's Diner Bar, whatever that is. Mate, the last time I was in Surfers Paradise would be 30 years ago, I reckon. Oh, hang on. When did they... Oh, 2000. What's that? 21 years ago. So they've done pretty well. They've got a tram there from Burleigh Heads. It goes right up here and cuts across here and goes out over here, out past University Hospital and goes up there and goes up there to Helensvale. So it comes down, goes like that. Anyway, that's it there for me, Mr. Dominant. I hope that showed you something. At least now you know where the Queensland train's going to come in at the Coolangatta Airport. I'll show you again. I'll do it one more time. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to work out where they're going to squeeze a bit of railway line in. You know, freeways, that's federal. And that's federal. So just come in there. Probably come underneath the runway and stick the station right there. And then people can walk right into the terminal building. So look, Google Earth car's been there. Let's have a look. See that bang? That's my next door neighbour. No, we don't want that one. No, that comes up blue. I don't know why it's coming up blue. Ah, that's better. Here's a better view. Let's have a look. Let's see what it pops up with. Oh, no, this is just bloody hotel pictures. This doesn't show anything. No, that's a Coolangatta Airport. Is that cool? That's the Ridges, R-Y-D-G-E-S, Ridges Hotel. It's the Coolangatta Airport. And you reckon they won't build a train down to Byron Bay from there? Join up with that? Come on, wake up, people, wake up. Can't you see it coming? See, there's the Ridges right there, look. Bum, 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 bum. You don't think they're going to build that hotel there for just relying on the airport with the coronavirus? Don't be silly. See, look. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder what those lines are for. Ooh, we don't know, do we? Anyway, so there you go. So don't tell me there's no space. There's New South Wales. There's the runway. There's the terminal. There's New South Wales right in the corner of the terminal. And they can put the train right in the corner there. And people just walk out the terminal. Come down that little bit of road. Boom, up on the train. Can you see it now? Now do you understand it? See? People walk out from the terminal. Walk around the road. Get on the train. Go back into Brisbane. Come down here. And then they follow the motorway back down to Sydney. Motorway across here. Oh, that's what I'm going to show you. Let's show you the Tweed Heads. The Tweed over here. Now look. Can you see it? Can you see the gap between the houses and the road? Look, see, there's a road there, a big gap there. See that? Now let's look this side. Let's work it out ourselves. Nobody's told me about this bit. Ooh, look at the gap there. See? There's you stick a train in the other side of that. And it runs down here, comes down here. See? South Tweed Heads. Comes down there through all federal ground. Benora Point Shopping Centre. Oh, there we go. There's the Tweed River. Now, do you want to see it? Right, let's show you. We'll go right here. Right there. See that? That's the railway corridor right there. You can naysayers can say, no, it's not. Well, if it's not, then why did they build all that all the way right out there? And why did they got that funny looking thing sitting there as a symbol? Right? Because that's why they put it there. That's a marker, right? And then same as when you sit over here and you go on this side. Now, let's look at the difference. Come back a little bit. Let's have a look. See? Not as much room. Now I'll show you down there at Chindra. Okay, so if you can't work out where it's going to come, it'll come down through here on the side of there. Come over the Tweed River, come around the side of there, come down the side of there. I'll probably be dead and buried, right? Come down there. There's the road into Kingscliff. Come down there and it'll be in there. See the road stops there? And it'll be packed in there. See that's further out, away from the motorway? That's right, that's where they were sticking in there. And I'll come around there, and then when you look at that map there, you can do all this yourself. Put it up the same way I put it up so it's clear. Railway line runs through the gap of that. Jump over that there with a bridge. Come across there. Jump over that there with a bridge. Put another pillar there in the middle of that. Jump over there with that. Wait for the bloody computer to catch up. Stupid thing. It's getting a bit slow. Righto. So let me catch up. We've got to wait for the computer to catch up. Right, so you come around there, come around the side of the M1, train light can come down there, you can jump over that, go underneath that, jump over that, and there's the road there that goes out there to Murwillumbah. Down here next to the river. See? Tweed Valley Way. Railway line, just follow that. And I don't think you need me to tell you much more. What the hell is all that coming up? Anyway. Right, so there's Tweed Valley Way. Railway line can follow that all the way down here. Comes down around the edge of the river. Doesn't need to go through people's sugarcane fields. There we go. There's Tumbalgum Sports Club. You notice, look, there's one road there like that. Easy to put the station in there on that side of the road. People then walk out and get onto Fawcett Street. Quite easy. You see it there for yourself. Right? Railway line, easy put a bridge. Straight over the highway, over the now no longer the Pacific Highway, it's now called Tweed Valley Way. And just put a bridge over, come around there, and then they'll be on that side of the road. And then they can come down the side of the, jump back over it again, come back down here, come all the way back down here. There's BYRON, which is where the railway line used to end, just here. And there's the old Murwillumbah train station. Look, there's the railway line there. And that used to run right up out here. It used to run out here to Condong. Right? So the railway already owns that ground. They already own it. Go up there and have a look. See, look, if you get up here and have a look, you can still see it. There it is right here. There's the old train tracks there. The railway already owns that ground. Right? That's all they do. They just join onto that and they build the railway station there, pick up the sugar mill. Want to pick it up there. And they can also have a railway station up here near Possum's community. Whatever they want to design. I don't know. I haven't gone that far into it. So you can't say it can't happen. There's plenty of room out there. It's sugarcane. Who's going to protest? I mean, look at it. It's sugarcane. Right? There's nothing out there. But if Queensland gets their way, they'll follow the motorway and they'll follow straight down the motorway. Tweed City will miss out and come straight down the motorway, straight down here, follow this all the way down, bugger off from Wollomart. Don't worry about Tweed City Council. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about Wooyong. And there it is, right there. There's the motorway. There's the railway corridor. And there's Tweed Valley Way. Holes Road, Hulls, Holes Road. See? And I'll just drop straight in there just before Holes Road. Want to blow it up for you? There you go. Look, Holes. Hulls, Holes Road. That's where they'll drop it in. If Queensland gets their way, that's the way they'll come. And then they'll just come straight back down there on the old railway line. And Tweed City Council can't do nothing about it because their boundary is over here. Crabs Creek, right? So, where's Crabs Creek? Moo Moo Roadhouse. So that's Moo Ball. So that's going to be Crabs Creek right here. That's the boundary there. Let's have a look. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if that's got the sign there that says, "Welcome to Tweed City." It says Tourist Drive. You know what I think it's going to show? Bloody great big old railway bridge. Where is it? Do. Am I going the wrong way? Which way am I going? Am I going? No, I went the wrong way. Hang on. Should have went the other way. Sorry, my fault. I wasn't watching my little guy down here. See, he's my little tour guide. And you see the sign up says Tweed City Council. Look at that, see? Railway level crossing. Which way is this thing taking me? I think I've gone the wrong way. Hang on, I better get out. I better get back and have a look. Holes Road, yeah, that's it there. It comes in there, Holes Road. Yeah, that's, whoop. That's Holes Road. Anyway, that's basically where it'd be coming in. It'd be coming in there before Holes Road. So, the tunnel's already there. Oh, yeah, now I know where I am. There's the freeway. Geez, I know that. See, look at that. So I already knew that. There's the railway tunnel. That's back here. It's underneath the trees. It's down in there. That's it down there. That's the railway tunnel down there. And all that gunk. That's it down there. See? The guy's got his driveway over here. And tunnel is just there. So let's have a look. I'll show you what I'm talking about so you can see it. See? There's the freeway. We just scooted along there. There's the railway line. There's Holes Road. There's Tweed Valley Way. See? We just come in that way. Boom. Just join straight in. Go straight through that tunnel. All those trees are. Very simple. HULLS Road. And then from there, come, oh, there we go. Crabs Creek boundary. See? So they still won't worry about Tweed City Council because that's only from there to Crabs Creek. Their boundary line's right here. Sorry, forgot to show the map. There it is there. That's the boundary line just here. That's where I was there. That's where I went up, I think. That's where I went up and climbed up and I got the mileage marker. Or was this further down the road? Now that's further down the road. So it's different. When you're up there and you drive it, Tweed City boundary's back this way. Because there's a big sign up that says, oh, welcome to Tweed City Council. And there's no, that's Holes Road. What am I doing, people? What am I doing? Wait a minute, I've got to go find it. Now I found it. Right, there we are there. See, there's the old railway line. And I was wrong. It does take up a bit of the walkway. But, hang on. Welcome to Tweed Shire. See? There it is there, Tweed Shire. Right, you want to back up just a little bit? I'll back up just a little bit. See? Welcome to Tweed Shire. And that, just there, that dirt road there, is their boundary creek. And that's where I went down there in that bridge. And I done a video down there. And there's a bit of railway line down on the bank. And then there's the bridge there. Look, you can see it, possums. Up there at Possum Creek. So look, there's a railway bridge. Can you see it? It's right there. Go and get on Google there yourself. See, there's a pillar. There's a railway line pillar. Let's see if we can move around a bit. I'll see if we can get another shot. Hang on. There it is, railway bridge. Right? There it is there. That's their boundary. So that's Tweed City's boundary. That's down here. Right? And they're supposed to have that as a rail trail, which they're not going to do because they said they're not going to go all the way down there because all the trees are grown into it. Right? They're not worried about it. They're only going to go as far as Mooball. And then there's Holes Road. All this is overgrown here with lantana and trees. And then as you go north, there's Mooball. Right? So that's as far as rail trail is going to go anyway. So they won't use that. They'll just take it back. I'll say, see you later, Tweed City. Bye-bye. That's Queensland Rail. If they come down the side of the freeway, that's where they're going to come out. Anyway, but that's, you know, I'll be dead and buried by then. But don't say I didn't tell you. I'll leave this video up here even after I'm dead. And you'll say, oh, look, the stupid old bastard was right. Anyway, from Mr. Hominoid, there you go. I hope that's interesting. Hope I taught you something. And don't forget, drop in the Mooball. You at my favourite pub. You go and tell them that you met Mr. Hominoid. It's a lovely pub. Look at this. Look, my ancestors used to own it with my same surname. They used to own it. My cousins, many, many years ago, about 60 years ago. Yeah, my surname, yeah. So, yeah, they're up there. It's, I don't know where it's written, but that's just something. That's just Mooball. So that's the one. You go down and look on my channel. There's the world's largest motorbike. That's it up there. So if you've never ever seen that, quickly give you a look. We'll show you the world's largest motorbike. Close that off. And should be about there, I'd say. Where is it? Someone took me motorbike. Where is it? It's usually right there at the bus stop. Oh, it's usually there. Right? And look, so look, they've already got toilets there. That's why they want to do rail trails, see? They've already got the toilets put up. And that was done in 2010. That's 2010. So you can't say that's rail trail. That was put up there by Tweed City Council for tourists coming through, see? It's got the free electric barbecues. And that's their idea. That's as far as they're going to take rail trail, be right there. And then people come into here and use the barbecues and the toilets. They won't worry about going up here because you have a look at this crap. See? Remember, this is 2010. See? All that down in there now is full of lantana. So there's a banana farmer. Now if we get up around the top here, see, now this is 2010. This is 11 years old. Look at it. It's already starting to get overgrown. And I'll tell you now, that there is full of lantana. All lantana. Right up 6 foot high. There's the railway line, you can see it. But lantana stuff is just a weed. All you got to do is kill it. But then you got all your environmental stuff and everything else. Anyway, I just hope that sorts things out there for people. So there's two ways to do it. You can either get back your Moolumbar railway line with New South Wales gauge, or if Queensland get possession of the railway line down to Byron Bay, I reckon they might even take it as far up as Cemetery Road. They might even take it up as far as Bangalore, you know, in due time. Queensland Rail, wouldn't you love to have a 3'6" gauge in New South Wales? I'm quite sure all the locals up there'd love that. Well, if you don't like that idea, well, then you better jump on the bandwagon and say, hey, we want back our New South Wales gauge. It's already built and it's already there. We want it back. So that's up to you. Anyway, for me, Mr. Hominoid, see you later. MrHominoid@gmail.com. Write me an email there if you want to. Send me a comment, whatever you like. I'm just showing a bit of quick research there, just off the top of my head, showing you where the tram was. Helensvale down to Broadbeach. And I'd never thought they'd ever build a tram down there, and they did. So don't ever think nothing's possible. Oh, look, that's my family name. Pottsville. Potts. P-O-T-T-S. Pottsville. That's my father's mother's maiden name. Potts. Pottsville. Like I told people, I don't pull your leg. It's the same as Potts Point at King's Cross. Yeah, that's all my family. Yep, Governor's Surveyors. Oh, yeah, when I was talking on another video there, I said about the water. From Wollumbar, it ran from Wollumbar, runs down the highway down there through Tumbalgum, comes around down here, comes around here at Kingscliff, and that's why they built the huge, great big water tower. So I'll just quickly get off the subject for a second. Now, if I remember correctly on my brain, the big water tower is somewhere up around here somewhere. There's a huge, great big, I don't have, for some reason I can't get Google Earth satellite. I can't get it. It won't. Let's see if it just shows a big round tower. I know it's there somewhere. I know it's somewhere there around Kingscliff. Anybody watches this around Kingscliff, see there's Kingscliff Library. That's way out here. I used to be a member there. And this is where the water pipe goes over the bridge I was talking about. They now call it Sutherland Street. And this is where I was there in my bus. And the ground's washed away, which was there. Looks like, or was it back there? No, it was down here. It was down here. This is where I used to park. And all the ground washed away. See, so this is a very old picture. Must be. Yeah, 2017. And see, backpackers are there. See, they can't touch them. Because that there is owned by the mining company and that there is Tweed City Council. But that there is a private bit of road. And just there is where the ground gave way. And you see the water pipe that goes down to the toilets. And this here was originally owned by the mining company. That's why the council can't touch it. But then as soon as you get up here to the road, see, you can see it. That's Tweed City Council. See the boundary? There's the boundary there, because that's where they put the tar. That's why they didn't put any tar on it, see, because it's not their road. They don't go an inch past where they're supposed to. Right? Because they've got their little markers on the ground and they say, nah, that's as far as we go. That's not their jurisdiction. Right? See? Even the concrete stops there. So nothing goes any further. I'd say the road guys probably put a little bit extra tar on it, just get past that concrete. But that there, that's under Tweed City Council. But down here, that's private. That's a mining company owns it. Anyway, that's where the guy was standing. He was standing just over there and he said, I'm hitchhiking down to Byron Bay. And I said, what do you think you're doing going down to there? He said, oh, yeah, I want to get into Byron Bay. And then he paid me $100 in fuel. See, what he didn't realise now, see this Cassowary Way is now a great big housing estate. And that used to be the old road. See, there's the old road there going down through there. Now look, it's all bloody houses. So I said, there's 5 kilometres of houses. And then here it comes here, the Tweed Coast Road comes in here. See, but you've got to come out of it here. But the original old Tweed Coast Road is this one here. This is the old one here. So if we have a look there, you can sort of, and look, it's still got houses over here. And then look, then the road pulls over there towards the beach, which is where it originally was. See? And I bet you that shows old black tar. You watch, I'll click on that. I bet you it's old black tar. There you go. That's the old road. But see, look, they put a footpath out there because all that housing development. If we turn around, we head there towards Cabarita. Now we're heading south. There we go. There it is, the old Black Tar Road. See? There you go. That's the original road. That's a road he thought he was going to be hitchhiking on. And look, you can see right there, there's the new road. Because then they changed it, see? Because they built all that housing estate. So they widened it out and put footpaths in and little, street lights. There's none of that ever used to be there. All that there, all that housing estate here, all that fancy doodah stuff, all these brick walls, none of that was there. All it used to be was this. I'll show you exactly what it used to be when I was up there as a kid. See, little dirty bit of old tar up there. And there was no footpath. And the fishermen, we used to go down the sandy tracks. And you can see it's the old-fashioned road. That road there was tarred when I was a kid. I'm 60 years old, so that's how old that bit of tar is. And then you come down in the Cabarita. See, look, there's a footpath. If we zoom out of that, let's have a look. See, there's the old-fashioned fishing trail. And then all of a sudden you get up here to Cabarita, and I used to live in Poplar Avenue. And there we are, right there. Poplar Avenue, that's where I used to live. Anyway, so I said it before I even put the mouse on it. See you later, Mr. Hominoid.